And right now, I would like to bring one of the most important guests, not only important to BOM, but I think also important to us, because my next speaker is obviously Uposwejo. I would like to welcome the Regional Operations Manager, yes, SABC, Mr. Manda Musim. Say, Kunjan.
Kuhle Mhlekazi man.
Yes,
Jabulele uba ndilapha namhlanje. And
yes,
thank you
yes.
for inviting me also.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
I think most importantly, let's talk about the involvement in SABC with the Battle of Municipalities. Why was it so important that as the SABC sibe the Battle of Municipalities?
Well, the basics about SABC, the fundamentals, it's about educating the nation, entertaining the nation, and also informing the nation. And the core today is about entertaining the nation. And just imagine,
Yes.
almost the whole country is represented here. Also outside the borders of the country are here.
Yes.
So it's important for us as SABC to be here, as the biggest broadcaster in the province and also in the whole Africa, in fact, yes, to entertain.
Yes, SABC is contributing, I know, also now the choral industry by having its shows as a choral. I think speak to us about the significance of having those shows and also having to give people what they need because Umculo choral has a huge market out there.
Yeah, IPOM is a critical stakeholder for SABC because if these choirs from all over the country are here, it's a big opportunity for us at SABC, especially the choral music show, to make sure that that content is not only taken to SABC platforms, but to make sure that we also redistribute it to the whole country. As you know, that Umhlobo and True FM is one of the most listened radio stations. So it's very important for us to be here.
Also, one of the things that we have seen here, we've heard great stories around the bomb as well as the choirs that are taking part. And I know that SABC also empowers Abandu to do great things. IBOM has managed to gather Abandu Abacha for this week or for almost all these times competitions. They take them from Estatueni to make sure they are somewhere. I think speak to us about the importance of having to grow our talent and be able to even celebrate our talent.
I like the concept of the talent search when it comes to BOM. And when you recruit, I assume when you recruit these raw musicians that we see today performing at this level, it shows first of all that the choral music has evolved. Because these kids, they are just singing without an effort, accompanied by the orchestra and so forth and so on. So that's an evolution for me. But also, these kids are being recruited raw. There's a voice training that happens behind the scene. There's a practice that happens behind the scenes. There's discipline and there's commitment as well. So that's the criticality, of BOM, and we appreciate them for inspiring the whole nation, the whole choirs in our country to do exactly that. And us as SABC is to make sure that we spread that voice, we spread that notion in making sure that we aspire more other kids that are out there, to make sure that they respond to these BOM messages, BOM initiatives, and so forth and so on.
Yes.
So,
And lastly, I know BOM is not only about music, but also about the arts in general.
Yes.
And we've seen how people are so interested about everything that is happening here. I know that also SABC is developing different platforms to make sure that it gets to people, whether it's through their phones or through internet. But I think lastly, is there a way that you guys, the SABC and the BOM, are still going to grow with each other and make sure that Abandu, even those that do not afford to have internet access, but they can still say, I'll go to SABC because I know I can get it for free.
Yeah, well, unomhlobo. Also, we are there, and our programs that are specifically designed for this kind of event, it's gonna make them accessible. But also, we are here. Our brands are represented here, so the future is bright, and we have started on a good note. And in fact, it's not even the first initiative, but there was a break in between. But now we have made sure that, we continue where we were, and we're still going to continue. So the future is bright between the SABC and also the BOM. In fact, all the programs of the BOM, because it's not only about music, it's about talent search, arts and culture, and so forth and so on. So it's very important that as SABC, especially Umhlobo and True FM, so that all our listeners, are hooked up in this.
Sir, we thank you for your time.
Ngiyabonga,
May you
Mr.
guys continue giving us the best of the best as the
Ngiyabonga,
SABC
Ndoda.
and siqhubeke nokubheka phambili.
Well done, you're doing a good job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. And of course, we'll bring you another guest later on.